Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be starting the Disney's Magic Kingdoms game Ice Age limited time event. So hopefully everybody enjoys the video today. Don't forget to leave it a big Mickey thumbs up. So we have 21 days and change, obviously a couple hours additional thrown on sort of at the end, to complete the event and get the 5 new characters. There is going to be one premium character who is going to be Baby Scrat, so that is going to be one of the characters that I do get today and is super duper cute. And you could just see, look at how big and, I don't know, just cute. There's like no other word for it. Cuteness overload is Baby Scrat. If you disagree, you can say so in the comments, but I just feel like I'm not going to see any comments that say Baby Scrat isn't cute. Okay, I'm putting it out there. There is a bundle available for Baby Scrat that gets him to a level 2 if you guys are spending real money. But before we get into that, Merlin does have some dialogue to share with us to start us off with the event. Do you feel it? That chill is in the air. Why? It's almost unseasonable. It's true, because we're like in spring now and we have like, I feel like a winter event. So it very, very much is unseasonable. One might even venture to call it prehistoric. Ho ho! You see what I've done there, don't you? Welcome a sloth. Welcome Sid. So in order to welcome Sid, though, we are going to need to do some other dialogue here that is going to trigger getting the common token for the event. So you don't need very much for this, which is great to get the first character in, but still you do need a little bit of currency there. Rather unusual having these particular flightless birds roaming about the kingdom. Not only are they quite extinct as of the present day, in my day they haven't even been discovered yet. Either way, they're hardly better off here than they would be wherever they came from. So, shoo, shoo. Natural selection. Clear away the dodos. You know what it's making me think of, though, when I saw this? It was Alice in Wonderland, the dodo birds. Yep, I'm just saying. So we're clearing away the dodos. However, we do have to welcome 2 characters here. The first one, which is the first character of the event, is Sid. So everybody should be able to get him. You just need to put a couple hours into your game at most, and that's it. Woo! I'm alive! Boy, that was some earthquake, huh, guys? Guys? Manny? Diego? All right, there's a Radiant Relic bundle that just kind of popped up as I'm doing my dialogue quests, but it is there if you guys are looking to get a little jump start. Ah, nuts. Okay, so taking stock of things, here I am, having just woken up face down in a snowbank at, the base of a half peak, as opposed to, for example, the middle of a half peak, which Manny, Diego, and I just spent half a day climbing up to. Honestly, with all of our herds been through, caught in an avalanche isn't all that bad. At least it isn't dinosaurs. And I probably just jinxed myself saying that out loud. Let me go find the guys before I get stomped on by something. Well, I think the only dinosaur we've got in here is Rex from Toy Story, and realistically, Rex would be a lot smaller. Now, the thing is, technically, Rex will look a lot bigger in the kingdom. So that is, one thing I think that we'll have to kind of see whether Sid finds Rex frightening or not. So all uphill from here, send Sid to get a move on. So that quest is 2 hours. Now, I always say at this time to check to make sure that you can't level Sid up. This goes for every event, the first character. Just check to make sure that he doesn't need to be leveled up first, because 2 hours at the start kind of sucks if you're waiting. So if you want to get Baby Scrat to a level 3, you'll have to spend $20 plus tax to do that. Now, the issue is with this is that that's very expensive, and it's crazy for him to get to a level 3 in a concession stand. So I think that is like way overpriced personally. I know that this seems to be the going rate though, these days for these sorts of things. Prices will vary depending on where you are in the world, but living in Canada, this is ridiculous. Like, you can literally almost buy the season pass for this price. Just add another $10 to it, right? But it's just like, why? Anyways, I got enough gems for it. I'm just floored by how much things are. Anyways, baby Scrat, 500 gems. I'd say that's the way to go, unless you guys, really want to pour some additional money into this. But yeah, again, you can do it all with gems for sure. So here's baby Scrat. It's so cute. It's the eyes for sure on baby Scrat. Totally. All right, now after Sid does the 2-hour quest, we get this here. Whoo, okay, me sitting up a pre-arranged rendezvous point for the 3 of us to meet up at if we get separated. Genius. Me setting it so far up the mountain when there's 3 feet of fresh avalanche snow covering every decent trail there. Less genius. In fact, I can say with some confidence, moderately intelligent at best. Quest complete, all uphill from here. If Manny was here, I'd probably ask if he could give me a ride. I'd be the first to tell you, Half Peak wouldn't normally have been my first choice of travel destination, but with Peaches just come into the world and all, Manny's been thinking about the safest place to raise her. And hey, if this whole area was good enough for that human herd to raise a human baby, why not a mammoth baby too? Yeah, just gonna add unexpected ground instability to the old mental pro and con list before I move on ahead here. Bring the heat. Send Sid to attempt to light a torch. That's not going to go well. Sid, though, does have to be a level 2 in order for that to happen. Baby Scrat wasn't difficult to get to a level 2. I think the one thing, though, is that early on in the event, the dodos, you have to keep, because they drop the common token, so you have to keep leveling up your first 2 characters quite a bit at the start as much as possible, because it's just like, if you're not checking your game too much and stuff, it might be fine, but if you are, it's just like, again, you just need to in order to keep things going. So anyways, baby Scrat's ready to be a 2, and so is Sid. So that the 2 of them together, you're looking at 250 currency, which is not very much in the grand scheme of things. Now, I do also have to get Sid to attempt to light a torch for 4 hours. But first things first, though, is to get him leveled up. Because you see, if you don't check, right, I would have sent Sid out for a 4-hour quest, and then no one could collect the tokens. It would just suck. And Sid is now a 2. You and me, we make a great team. And, of course, as you saw, baby Scrat also needed to be brought back. So this is good, not just for the common token, but also for collecting. Gosh, that is so misleading. It does look like 2 acorns there. It really does. Yeah, level 2 cuteness for sure. Now, I do have a couple of other characters to go ahead and bring back into the kingdom as well. I figured I would just kind of do them so I can also send some home or else get them leveled up again, because I do have that freedom for the event. Sir Ector is now level 4. Here's to victory. So yeah, for characters that, don't take too long to level up, it's great. Now, if you do have characters that are higher levels, like for me, Miss Bianca, I thought she was a 9 ready to go to a 10, but she actually is just a 9 now. So yay.
Hooray! Oh, this is simply marvelous.
So yeah, that was a little bit, I think, of an error on my part. I find that's happening quite a bit these days where characters are like, almost done, or I forget that they still need work because of the character limit. But Ward is now a 6.
Jumping hop toads.
All right, so here's the dialogue with Sid. And lighting a torch to melt some of this snow, or maybe see where I'm going a little better. Go! Or, not go. Nuts. And here, I thought the 37th time rubbing these 2 sticks together would be the charm. Quest complete. Bring the heat. Turns out, just 'cause you're Fire King doesn't mean you're guaranteed 100% success rate. He just needs to find Hades and we'll be good. You know what? Who needs fire anyway? Mammals like me, we get by with fur on our backs. And can-do attitude. And, and that discount orienteering course Fast Tony sold me last spring. I knew this place looked familiar. This way! Ice to see you. Build ice slide caverns. Okay, so the first attraction here is only 500 currency to build. Now, the second one, though, is going to be available in 2 days. So keep in mind, though, that with that one, it does pose a little bit of a problem because that is the same day the gold trophies start. So, yeah, that's not great. You'll probably want to wait to open your kingdom until a little later on in the day so you don't get on, like, the hardest leaderboards. So you'll need a bunch of currency. Around 500 is nothing. This is awesome. But for the second one, you're probably going to need, like, 5K currency or something. So, you know, again, just be mindful about the whole thing. So, yeah, it's going to take 6 hours to build. This is something I'm going to be doing in my kingdom today, getting that started. It will also have a chance to drop one of Manny's tokens, so that will be helpful as well. So heading directly into my kingdom here, we do have some additional dialogue from Manny, but we are going to build the attraction. The thing is, though, is that I do need some room. So one of the biggest issues that is actually driving me freaking bonkers is I can't decorate my kingdom properly anymore. It's just like I can have some areas looking pretty, sure, but because of the land issue, I just can't do anything. And I find super duper discouraging for me. It is just something like I'm just really, really not happy with that that we're not just being given the last few land slots. Like, I'm kind of just like, I'm over it. Give us the last 3. This is not going to be like giving us some generous amount of land, but this has been closed like since I started playing the games. So yeah, when I first started my YouTube channel, this is totally locked, and it's still locked. So just something that I really hope comes this year, because this is really dumb, just super dumb. All right, so let's go ahead and build the attraction. Hopefully I've got room here. Yeah, basically my last spot that I could possibly put it. So there it is. 500 currency isn't much at this point in time, so I do have to wait 6 hours for that to be built, though. All right, so this is going to be actually interesting. So we got Scrat and Baby Scrat here. Ah! Yeah, I just made those noises. I'm so glad I'm not on cam right now. Who'd you expect? Send Baby Scrat to abscond with the acorn. Okay, well, that is going to be really freaking funny. So let's actually just see this happen. Oh, so he's just going around carrying the acorn and occasionally hugging it. That's what it looks like. Because he's not going anywhere. Yeah, he's just showing the acorn some love. That's really what that quest should have been called. All right, I do have my dodo birds. I'm gonna see. There's a look at one of them. They're little chunky monkeys. Holy smokes, they're huge, actually. Wow. Okay. Well, they're useful, so. All right, so there's that. Now, in terms of leveling up here. Oh, I guess what I've got to do now is go ahead and use the gathering spell. There are attraction enchantment bundles available too, guys, if you guys are looking for a way to enchant your attractions a little bit faster. But, you know, it's really not something you have to do. And I don't know what I'm going to do with all this magic. Does anybody have any ideas what DMK will do in the future with all this magic? I think it's just gotten absolutely out of control. And the amount of tokens we're getting is so nuts. Unfortunately, it's never the right ones, right? Ever. Okay, so I don't have enough. Wow, that's annoying. Super duper annoying. Enough of the ears hat. So this is like kind of the really dumb thing, is that there's more characters going for the first token than the second. And I think at this point, this is where it kind of slows down and makes it like a bit irritating. But again, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, you do need to keep in mind though that Sid is going to need to be like a 5-6 for sure. Baby Scrat is going to need to be like a 3-4. I would say a 4, you know, if you guys got your shenanigans together. So yeah, you do need to get that going. It's not something that you can really wait for. Now, you can get a hold of the parade float. I know you guys are probably wondering, where the heck is the parade float? You can get it. However, you can get it in 20 days, or you can go ahead and go into bundles, and you'll be able to see here, you can get some free skip timers, which is awesome. I would not use 30 gems to get 500 currency. That is just crazy. But it is just, it's so dumb how much you're actually spending. You're spending 130 gems to get the parade float. Yeah, but it's worth 50. So just to give you an idea, they are totally ripping you off with currency and, you know, trying to bait with skip timers and relics. Yeah, no. I wouldn't fall for this. This is way too expensive. Unless you guys have more gems and you know what to do with. But honestly, I would say not worth it. Like I won't even bother doing that. I'll just get it later. So it's helpful, sure, but it's not enough that I'd go, oh yeah, this will make or break me finishing the event. Nah, it doesn't. If you're not going to finish it, it's going to be for other reasons. There is a special here though that if you guys are looking for the decoration and the new what is it? I think it's Dandelion Tea concession. It doesn't actually show me. Oh yeah, it does. Dandelion Tea stand, they call it. So this particular concession here, and oh, I like this, the cave painting, you can get for 100 gems if you guys are looking for that. I would say that's more worth it than the parade float one. You're getting way more for it. You have to remember that in the old days, what they used to do when, you know, I first started doing events is they used to have concessions available for 75 gems in this particular area here of your event page. So it was right here. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they've actually put it now in here. So I guess they started putting them back. So anyways, it used to be just here, and it used to be worth 75 gems just for the concession. Now they're adding a decoration to it. So, you know, again, I think that the price for this is totally reasonable. And if you guys are looking for some Ice Age stuff, this is what I would buy. But the parade float, yeah, you can let me know if you guys decided to buy it though. But for 130 gems, I think that's asking a lot. And maybe if you're a newer player, you don't realize that that's a lot. That's why I'm saying it, and I'm trying to explain like why I wouldn't do it. It's just because again, it's worth 50, and you're spending like 130. So too much, no good. So the characters for the event, you will get access to the second, or I guess it would be third character if you guys buy the premium. You will be able to get access once the timer is finished, but that's the same day as the gold trophy, and that is also the same day that the other attraction that I talked about earlier is going to be available as well. So keep in mind that you are going to need a lot of currency, and it is going to be tricky with the gold trophy, especially the first one, right? I will be participating in the first one, and then the other ones I'm just going to kind of just, you know, let them sort of do its own thing. If I get a second trophy, cool, but I'll be more going for the characters, currency, and all that. So I always say if you can, go for the first trophy. That's sort of your best chance if you want to finish the event and, you know, just kind of enjoy yourself and stuff. And for me, I know the last ones are kind of close to my birthday and Easter and stuff like that. So, you know, it is better timing for me to focus on the first one and, you know, kind of just enjoy my birthday. So yeah, it's not actually like on my birthday, but it's close around it. And I know I've got like a whole bunch of activities that I'm going to be doing. So I know for me, the first event is where it's at. So if you guys go to the event goals, you are going to be able to see that we welcomed a sloth. I don't know. He just doesn't really look like a sloth. You know, Zootopia has a sloth, and I just feel like Sid just doesn't quite cut it. But yeah, anyway, it's true. He is a type, I guess, of sloth. Then we have the ice slide caverns. Then we have Diego. Then we have the lava gracer launch, which is the other attraction. Then we've got Scrat. And then we start sending people to the battleground. So I will zoom in on that and I'll show you that because I haven't done that yet. And then after that, we'll be working towards welcoming Manny. So Manny will be the final character, as you guys can see here. And then that will leave like 5 days left of the event there. So just be mindful that it is going to be a lot of work once Manny becomes available. So, you know, just get a lot of currency. You're going to need it. This is where you're going to be able to find the leaderboard, and it will be, as I was saying earlier, available on the exact same day that we're going to be able to welcome our second character, or third, I guess, as I said, and unless you've got the baby Scrat. Now, if you go to the bottom one, frequently asked questions, but this is really not super useful, the info on this page. What is useful is the customer care button, but you can also find the customer care button up in options. So the 3 lines up in the top right-hand corner, and then you can click customer care, which is along the bottom there. So yeah, there are a couple of ways, but yeah, that last tab, the question mark one, it doesn't even really need to be there anymore, I think, at this point. But yeah, anyways, that kind of covers that. So the battlegrounds is over here. So this is where the balloon usually hangs out. You can see there is an acorn there. I think we're going to get some interesting animations from the Ice Age characters. Now, keep in mind, though, that Ice Age is at Disney now, but it was Fox's before. So it's like when I was talking about the sloths being different, right? You can have a look here at, you know, Flash. And Flash, I feel like, is very different than Sid. But yeah, anyways, guys can kind of see the Disney designed version of a sloth versus Fox, which is kind of interesting, and a different time period as well, obviously. Now, I guess that kind of just wraps up the majority for today. Oh, wrong character. Baby Scrat. I did want to go over who collects, but unfortunately, Baby Scrat already has all of the acorns ready to go, so I can't do that, and I can't go over one of Sid's tokens either. So you guys can go, though, into the character that you're looking to level up and go directly from there, you know, to send all of the characters out to do the activities so that they can go ahead and get the tokens that you want or need, really, just for this actual event. Now, I did want to go here and point out that Baby Scrat is available in Merlin's Elixir shop. So you can buy Baby Scrat's ears, hats, and acorns. The acorns, though, are not going to be here just because I already have all of them, right? As you guys saw. But you can get the ears, hats from there. So now that's a daily quest, you may as well kind of do that. There are also Ice Age relics here. This is probably going to be the most useful. You will have to spend 2,250 though if you want the 15 on that. I am going to buy them. And then that way, you know, we can kind of have some fun with it and enchant the first attraction when it becomes available. So just remember to, you know, be trading in every day, you know, your elixirs, and that way, you know, you'll have lots of them, and you can kind of spread it out so that it does help with your dailies. Okay, so that is going to be it for the Ice Age limited time event day 1, at least for me. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. I will be doing more for the event as it goes along, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that by subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see everybody next time. Bye!